Hey everybody, it's Jess Forster and welcome to my second Action Story Kit Crush video. You'll notice that 3x4 card, which says Start Small, was the inspiration for this pocket page all about my daughter Rowan and how she has embraced gymnastics. I loved all of the pink cards from the kit, including that 4x8 Take Action. I've used a couple of different page protectors from the Ali Edwards shop, including that page protector on the right, which has two 4x6 pockets, and on the left I have two 3x8 pockets. I was inspired by this photo of my daughter Rowan doing a cartwheel from 2018, and I wanted to use the Take Action, that 3x8 story card. And so in terms of fitting it onto the page, I resized my photo to 3x6. I included a little bit of white space on the bottom so that I could adhere that Start Small card on the bottom. This is just a friendly reminder that if you aren't able to get the size of the photo that you want, that you can either print it and include the printing paper so that you can add to your photo, or you can simply back your photo with like a white piece of cardstock. So here I'm just trimming down that Start Small card so that I can not only stick it with adhesive on to the photo paper, but I'm also going to attach it with my teeny attacher. I really loved this card particularly because it was the inspiration for my story. I decided to tell the story of how my daughter started to do cartwheels back in the summer of 2018. And I started off my journaling by saying, I can still remember when she started these moves. In order to fit that 4x8 card into the 3x8 pocket, I'm just simply trimming it down. I really want to keep the motif of the arrow intact, and I want that to be in center. And you'll notice that I'm sort of adjusting. I'm adjusting this card to fit. And I actually start off small. So you'll notice that I'll do a couple of cuts here, and that's just lining it up. Super professional approach here, people. What I do is essentially eyeball it. And if it doesn't fit into the pocket, then I keep trimming pieces off. Now, if you were a digital subscriber to the Ali Edwards story kits, you could simply resize it in Word or Photoshop Elements or Photoshop to get the desired size of journaling card that you want. You'll notice that there's a very big space of pink after the white arrow. And instead of printing directly onto the card, I decided to create a journaling spot in Photoshop Elements that holds my story. Sometimes it's easier to print directly onto a journaling card, but because there is a ton of pink in this layout, I really wanted to add a little bit of lightness, and having my text on white journaling I think balances out the page. I've also got a strip here that says, "Go Rowan Go, always cheering you on." And I thought that was just a fun addition to the 4x6 Do the Thing card. I'm next taking my adhesive and simply placing it down in the direction or the spot that I want to place all of my journaling bits. I use Thermoweb adhesive, and I find that if I make a mistake, although it's permanent, I find that it's easy to pull up and put down. I think that that's one way to personalize your journaling cards, is giving those simple messages, especially messages of encouragement, Do the thing is kind of like a title card, and sometimes we don't know how to embellish it. And I think you can sometimes embellish it not only with embellishments, but also words. I really love that black and white photo of my daughter Rowan doing a cartwheel. I still can't believe that was like 4 years ago. But what I loved about that photo in particular is the leading lines on the school track where she's doing her cartwheel. I could have simply enlarged this to 6x8 and have that a statement piece, but I loved the sayings or the sentiments that were included in the action story kit. Next, I'm taking some simple gray embellishments that were part of the Scrapbooking Basics line, which I believe are still available in the Ali Edwards shop, as well as these. This is, I believe, from a former story kit. I have tons of stickers, and I'm simply adding more encouragement, like love this, just in and around the page in a visual triangle. Again, not just trying to see where the placement is so that the gray stickers don't line up and actually direct your eye around the page. Sometimes it's not always easy to, it's not a simple task to find where the stickers could go, but I really do enjoy a good visual triangle. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that the gray is just a nice subtle pop. This is a monochromatic page, meaning that it's essentially black, white, lots of pink, and a little bit of gray to add some contrasts. Again, I could use the stars in a visual triangle, and I'm using them on the same cards that I place the stickers. I think that's just, again, another easy way to add a little bit of lumps and bumps to your page. This is also a friendly reminder that you can go back and include, you can document the story from a specific time period, even if it's years after the event occurred. Although I talk about Rowan doing gymnastics from 2018, learning how to do a cartwheel, I then link that story to today and how she's grown and evolved over time. Finally, I am including the date on my page, and I'm including today's date because this is a reflection in time. Although I make reference to 2018, which anchors me from a very specific time period, I'm looking back, and I like those kinds of pages that not only reflect on the past, but link it to the present. It's a simple page, and one where I really enjoy playing with different page protectors. I think there's a lot of fun ways that you can design your pages without using the classic 4x6 or 3x4 journaling cards. And the action story kits have those great extra journaling bits to include. I'm just finishing off the page with the staple from Teeny Attacher, from Tim Holtz's Teeny Attacher. Again, just to add a little bit of extra lumps and bumps to the page. Of course, journaling cards can be cut down. Your stories can link from the past to the present. And this is just a friendly reminder of how you can do that. I love the start small prompt and was able to write the story of how my daughter started her journey in gymnastics. It's a great reminder to do this thing that everybody starts somewhere, and you never know where you will end up in your active journey. Thanks so much for watching. Click like to subscribe or comment on this video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, cheers.